Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Well, I guess we're on the air. I don't hear anything in my headphones, but hello, everybody, and welcome to...
You sound good, my friend.
There we go. Okay, my headset was a little shaky there.
The flex seal that is holding the equipment together was a little bit defective.
I still don't hear anything, but that's okay. I'm used to being in the dark, and welcome to another edition of the Lunchbox. And Defo, another day, another remote show, and today we're at Gilbert's 17th
you wouldn't
Street
know it.
Grill.
I mean, the way you've gone through this, metamorphosis of yours. Where, it's crazy. This is the best burger joint in town, in the opinion of many, and including, many well-decorated, distinctions that these guys have achieved over the years in the short time they've been here. And I'm looking at, what looked like the old Waldorf salad back in the day. What happened here, Mayo? Who did the ordering? I'm glad Lubie got involved with the chicken fingers because they're supposed to be dynamite. But you're going all health. I like it. And you can do it here. That's the great thing.
Yeah, when you come to a fork in the road, take it, Yogi Berra said. And after being read the riot act by my cardiologist.
You really have taken this to heart.
And, I was confronted with, okay, do I continue down the path of possible, doom and demise?
You were day to day.
Or
you were literally day.
And look, I had done everything I could to abuse my body over a course of months. I hope people can hear me because I can't hear myself.
No, you sound great.
Okay, good.
You never sounded better.
There we
honestly.
go.
Yeah.
All right, we get a little
better
touch and
now,
go.
or you better
But
now?
as you can see here at Gilbert's, known for the burgers and many other things.
Oh my God!
But
Look at
look
Lubie.
what happens now.
Lubie knocked it out of
Just
the park.
when you think
here.
I have the austerity measures with the grilled ahi tuna salad and the Asian
There you
broccoli
go.
slaw
Now we're talking.
and the beautiful Waldorf salad with our little bit of walnuts and diced
just
apples and raisins.
The aroma of
and
those wings.
all kinds
Lubie.
of nice, fresh.
Mayo.
I don't know if this is arugula or watercress. There's all kinds of very nice things. And then, of course, they dropped the bomb on me of all the temptation that
Based
I
on the
used to.
steam coming off these wings, you can have the salad today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have, Lubie, I don't know. He regressed all of a sudden because
He's young.
he went Burger Beast on me. He was like, "Oh, Burger Beast was talking about have your best chicken fingers, right?" And then
I'm not a big chicken finger guy, let alone to go to a burger place and get chicken fingers. But he literally said they're his favorite chicken fingers. So I'm like, we haven't tried them.
And
of
what
all
is
the
this
things
thing
they
to
have.
your
Let me
right
exp-
there, Lubie? What is that?
I don't know, but I'll have to ask him
that
I'm
looks like
not
their
sure what it
buttermilk
is.
fried chicken sandwich, which
Oh,
again
man.
is off my radar now. It's on the periphery. I am looking at these two beautiful, healthy items.
You're gonna have one of those wings.
And we've got Beth Gilbert.
Oh, wait. No,
is loading
don't
up.
tell me.
Look, there's
That's
more.
out of
But
her mind
wait,
today.
there's
What is up
more.
with this
It's
woman?
like the old
this is ridiculous.
Ronco commercial.
Well, then I wouldn't have brought up the chicken
Oh,
fingers.
my
I don't know she was doing all
God.
this.
Of course, she should have known.
I know.
She's gonna. Hey, you know what? I'm kicking Lubie
Yeah,
out. We're gonna bring
this
in
is
Beth.
ridiculous.
We're
This
gonna
looks
start
like the
talking.
typical
I'm just
Mayo
keeping her
diet,
chair
though.
warm.
It really does.
And welcome back to the Lunchbox. He will get Beth set up here.
Whoa. Now she's bringing in a wild boar. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look at this thing.
Here you go, Beth. You know the deal. You know how to get hooked up, and you know how to put Defo in his place. Can you explain to the gentleman what that is?
That is our roasted chicken dinner. We make homemade. What did I do? Oh, okay.
There you go.
We make
That looks delicious.
homemade roasted chicken, which
Wow.
is delicious. We hand cut our potatoes and roast them with steamed vegetables, which is delicious
This
and
looks
so
like-
heart healthy.
This looks like something I could get down with. This
No,
would be
no,
It's
fun.
Mayo's
really-
only interested
honestly,
in
it's
the steamed
really good.
vegetables now.
And it's something that I noticed on the board last time I was in, and I almost got it. But my daughter, who you saw a couple of weeks ago,
Oh my
Beth,
God,
that's
she's
how.
so gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. It's I'll try to take credit for that, but I have a feeling that our mom
Looks a lot
was
like her mother.
responsible for most of
Yeah.
that. But she is wicked smart. She's a straight A student. Very proud of
Well,
her.
then
So I'll
she
take
does
credit.
take off after you.
There you go.
Good looking guy, smart guy.
Hey now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll take the compliment.
Well,
yeah.
wait a minute. You're not going to attack a salad with chopsticks. Get out of here.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
I'm
not sure what he's
pointing
doing with that.
to the rotisserie
Yeah.
chicken
Is
because
that the new pointer for today?
that's the new pointer for today. I'm
Oh,
going
okay,
to
I
go
got
this
you.
and this and a little bit of that and none of that. Although this is what a grilled
Just a
chicken.
grilled chicken sandwich. It's simple. It's really good.
It seems like I've noticed a theme here, Defo. Do you know what month it is? Even though we're in the waning days of
I'm
September.
afraid to ask, actually.
What? It's a good month.
It's
Oh,
National
Chicken
Chicken,
Month.
National
Oh,
Chicken
great,
Month.
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, you guys here are more than just burgers. That's why you call Gilbert's 17th Street Grill and not Gilbert's
This,
Burgers.
this
Well, we
roast
really
chicken,
started
really
out
looks
as a
good.
grill. Like our original menu was, we only had one burger on our original menu.
Really?
I mean, yeah, that's how it started. Like, and we were meant to be a grill, all really good home cooked food right off a grill. So our menu has expanded because they found out we had really good burgers.
Yes.
But we make really great other items.
And I encourage everybody, when you do come out here to Gilbert's 17th Street Grill, which is in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street, right at Cordova Road, and you'll know it's the same complex that has a Publix and a Total Wino and a Ace Hardware
Wino.
store. Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I say Total? That's my nickname for it.
Oh, okay. I like that.
'Cause
That's
it's-
cute. Sounds like something I would make up.
It's a candy store for adults who like to imbibe, and I
Yeah, I
call it
like that.
Total Wino, Total Wine, and again, it's right in here on the corner. You guys have been here 15 years now, is it?
Yeah.
Almost.
2008.
It's incredible because I've been coming in since the early days. I've been an early follower, and again, I gotta thank you for this tremendous. Just every time we come in here, you kind of, you say, I will make a little bit of things and I'll be mindful of your new health kick. And
I
then
did. I was mindful. I put a kale salad in there. I put roasted chicken, a tuna. I went healthy this time.
this is kale. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
a kale.
kale.
With a little bit of is it
Yeah.
craisins or raisins?
Yeah,
or,
there's craisins and raisins and
Mayo, stop with the chopsticks. Pick
yeah,
up the fork.
I'm
Well,
not
yeah.
really sure
No,
what's
come
going
on.
on here,
Yeah.
but it's working. It's
I-
a really delicious salad. We use baby kale, which I really love, which is easier to eat than sometimes even that like hard type
yeah, the
of
hard
kale.
kale is
Yeah, sometimes
nobody's.
it's hard to digest. So I really love this baby kale.
So what I'm going to do is have a
keep
couple
using your
of the tuna.
chopsticks.
You really took
Defo-
like one little flower of broccoli.
Yes,
Yeah,
if you
did
could
you
see my
notice
plate.
that?
This is
Papillon had more food in the movie.
Well, I'm
Come
going to
on.
be sampling a little bits and bites. I'm going to cut into that chicken on the break.
Okay.
my eyes on
But
the
I'm going to
screen.
start with a
Oh.
slice of this.
Oh,
is
and
you call
those are barbecue wings.
These are
And
awesome.
barbecue
they're fried.
wings.
We do them both fried and grilled. So those are fried, and the other ones are grilled lemon pepper teriyaki. We're really known for this lemon pepper. It's a mouth twister.
Well,
Lemon pepper teriyaki sauce, which is delicious.
I'm going to start with something that I've had on numerous occasions when I try to go on these health kicks, but the grilled ahi tuna with the broccoli, Asian broccoli slaw, you call it,
Yes.
is one of those like things that is guilt-free, but it's not flavor-free. It's got
Oh,
packed
no.
with so much
We
action
do
and
like
flavors.
this teriyaki glaze on top of it, chipotle, cilantro, mayo. There's two different types, which are delicious, and they mix so nice, and the flavor really hits with the tuna really nicely.
I love it. And it's like having the full flavor of a, burger with all the fixings, like you do
Right.
that cheeseburger with the chipotle mayo that my daughter ordered last time.
Yes.
And that was a good one and has that creaminess.
Yeah.
And the same thing with this mayo on top. Okay, so it's not fat free, but at least it's lower in the carbs. And
Would you stop already? It's delicious. It's this, it's
He's-
that. I mean, all of a
he's
sudden, I
very
mean,
into this
he,
health thing.
oh my God, he's got a calorie counter. He's got a scale under his feet. It's ridiculous. So just enjoy it. This is one of the great spreads that we've seen.
Okay, and
Hey.
this is a champagne vinaigrette dressing that we make here. It's delicious.
I was going to ask about the
I
dressing.
feel like every other word in my mouth is delicious today.
Well,
but it
That's
really
okay.
is
You're on the
actually.
lunchbox. I mean, you're really right on the
And
money.
I
These
don't know
wings are
why
fantastic, by the way.
it seems Defo is getting triggered by my use of chopsticks.
Well, I mean, eat a salad. It's a little bit ridiculous. Why don't you eat the lobster bisque with that?
I
Yeah,
think you should
yesterday.
eat that one piece of broccoli
Yeah.
with it. I
It's
think
just
he'll get
funny.
really upset.
That's really going to take you over the top there, Mayo.
do you know that
That's
the
it.
use,
There goes the calorie count.
the use
That threw you over. There's no more eating
Oh
today.
my God, this is the
Getting
sickest thing
hammered
you've
on
ever
both
done.
sides.
on this show.
Okay.
Yeah. Sickest thing.
Are
ever.
you sure? You must miss my mom right now.
I really do. And
You know what? It's better for her that she's not here because to witness this might be, somebody that
And-
is trying to recover.
and
from
for
something.
the fans of Gilbert's and regulars of the show, you know that we love Lenore and that she is, she's back. She's on the mend, and she wanted to be here today, but
She
she
did.
just was not feeling quite up to it. But she's been back in the store. You
Yeah,
said
she has. She came into a standing ovation last week.
That's
yeah,
nice.
the restaurant was packed for lunch. And she was coming in the door. Richard stopped everyone, made everybody stand up. Oh, it was hysterical. My mom was like almost floored. She almost fell over, which wasn't a good thing.
Did she come in and immediately taste your desserts and like the key lime pie? And
well, she
critique
kind of
them as-
slowly went over there, and then she did her like sneak around where she like looks around, sees what's there, and then I saw her sneaking little tastes in there.
and
She wasn't upset. She told me I was doing okay.
you're doing more than okay.
And I was trying to get fired. I've been trying to get fired for 15 years, and it's just not working. I tried to screw up her key lime pie. It didn't
you
work.
did not screw it up.
It didn't
You,
work.
in fact, you took my notes and
Oh, and I
Defo,
made another one for you today to try. You're going to have to try it.
one bite.
He doesn't
Fine.
deserve it. He
Today,
really
one
doesn't.
bite,
Yeah.
everybody knows the
You
rules,
can have
especially when it
one
comes to
bite, yes.
desserts. But yeah, I mean,
I'll
You know,
give you the one
because
the size of a piece of that
you
broccoli.
had the flavor profile down pat. I just thought the firmness last month, it was a little too loose. It
Oh,
was a little
stop it, Mayo.
moosey.
Just
We're
But no, she
still
took
on
it. We're
this.
still
Dig in.
talking to each other. We're still
Yeah,
hugging
it's
with
all
as much.
love.
only because Beth is a much more reasonable person and generous
No,
person
she
than you
took
are.
the
yeah.
note. She firmed it up. She went in between the one that was too hard and then
She
the one
turned
that was
right
too
around
soft.
after you left and said to her brother, "Hey, what is up with this
She
guy?" You know?
made it just
I
right
did. I
because
did a good
that's
job.
what good restaurant people do. They'll listen, they'll talk, they'll taste, and
Yeah, come on.
the
It's
last
hard
one
to
I
keep up with my mom. Like, my mom's been doing this for 15 years. It's hard to, like, take on her thing. I needed feedback.
They are big shoes to fill, big baking pans to fill, but you're capably manning the ship or womaning the ship. I don't know, gender
That's fine.
neutral language.
Tell us a little bit about this sandwich on the right here. This
Okay.
chicken
Oh,
sandwich. Wow,
This
that looks
chicken
great.
sandwich, I'm going to send this over to
With
you
the sweet
because he's
potato
not
fries.
supposed to
It's
eat
got
this.
sweet potato fries and
Okay,
it looks like
whatever
a
he
real bit of
wants.
slaw.
He's
We
just
make-
pretending. Oh,
we
look
make
at
a
that. Wow.
nice
Why
chimney
don't you
slaw,
cut
which
that
is
up?
really
I'm
good.
gonna sneak one
This is more
sweet
of
potato.
a Lubie thing.
Aren't we not eating
But-
these?
Oh, well, you
Why
know.
didn't you use your chopsticks?
I-
There you go. Yeah, you
There
have
we
to,
go.
you have to have a
Believe it or
couple
not,
of these.
all right, so the use of chopsticks, it's
These
part
are
of
the
my
best sweet potato
austerity
fries.
measures eating strategy because
You eat
in
less?
order to use chopsticks, you end up eating less because you can only take less in each bite. It becomes more of a procedure and it slows you down with
Right.
eating. And one of the things that people do is they tend to eat too much too quickly and that your brain doesn't register that your body is actually satiated and full
Right.
until about 15 minutes after you've actually consumed the proper amount. So by eating slower,
Listen to this baloney. This is a guy who eats with his hands, like both
You
fists.
know, I just want you to know that last week you were stuffing desserts
Yeah,
in your mouth
exactly,
with
yeah.
one hand,
Thank you, Beth.
and now we're eating with chopsticks.
This
What was
guy,
last month,
it's
not
like the
last week?
Republican debate last night. I mean, just we may as well be blowing
no,
bubuzelas here.
so
you know?
the thing is you have noted that I do kind of tend to go to extremes and yin and yang. I'm trying to find a path of moderation. So, but you're right. I had been shoveling whoopie pies or whatever
I
the
love it.
the Rice Krispie treats, all that great stuff. And then I got my blood work back. And
Oh, was it
was
really
a
that
sobering-
bad?
No, it wasn't. Let's just put it this way. It was on the edge of alarming. I mean, I've heard horror stories about people when they get their blood work done and the blood sugar levels are in the 400s and 500s.
Oh my God.
I'm not like anywhere near that.
Your,
It was
your,
just,
Okay.
it was just
numbers,
129, but anything over 125 is
It's not,
your
it's
numbers were
concerning.
similar to Keith Richards when he had to have a complete blood transfusion,
Oh, God.
a literal oil change.
yeah, but
But
even
that-
That's
and
a
that was mostly
different- I
laced
think
with
that's
drugs.
different,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to say it's a little different.
and Keith Richards is still here, and yet Ron Wood isn't. So I mean, where's the justice? Or I mean, there is no rhyme and reason.
Hey,
It's all
Jim
about
Cook checked out.
genetics.
The guy was eating grape nuts for his entire life, and it was supposed to be good for you. And
Yeah, well,
turned out 50 years old, he goes and runs a marathon and has a heart attack, and that's it. Sayonara.
my thing is everything in moderation. Do your exercise, eat what you want, but also portion control and use your
But
chopsticks.
you've never
Use your
subscribed to that until
chopsticks.
yesterday, which is
If
good.
I got
yeah.
anything out of this show today, is use your chopsticks.
Well, the fact
I mean, this
that
is my new approach to eating.
the fact that you even have chopsticks here for your Asian, the ahi
Yeah.
sliced tuna salad is, I guess a nice touch and kind of the things that you try to make each dish appropriate. And do a lot of people use chopsticks here? I would imagine.
I think so when they eat the tuna. I mean, I don't typically see them eating sweet potato fries or kale salad
Yeah.
with chopsticks.
or
but
broccoli. You know.
It's new. It's new. I mean, maybe it'll be a new feature. You tend to be a trendsetter, so you never know. You never know.
It's not easy being
Trendsetter's
an
another name
influencer.
for goofball.
No, I didn't say
Come on, Beth.
goofball. That's out of your mouth.
I can say that. Trust me. I've been working with this guy too long.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you like the kale salad?
You know, I gotta be honest. I'm not the world's biggest kale fan.
Okay.
It is very healthy for you, but I'm a guy that would rather do like mixed field greens, arugula.
Okay.
But the salad itself with the basic the components of having the walnuts and the apple and the craisins, and you got little sliced shavings
Chickpeas
of
and broccoli slaw.
yeah. I mean, the broccoli sauce, really nice components, nice mix. The champagne vinaigrette is fantastic.
Oh, it's delicious. I really like
But
that.
every time I eat kale,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's not what animals eat kale. It's not even. Is it rabbits or
I don't know any animals that eat kale.
Well-
I don't know.
it makes me feel like some sort of vegan.
You're such a nutbag, Mayo. You really are. You have nothing to say about this
He's
except
trying
that.
to go somewhere
Oh
with it,
my
and it's
God!
not
Is
going
he boxed
anywhere
in
right
a corner
now.
there? I mean,
You know what?
you're
Chops
riding
us,
like
you're
Dodie
going-
dies, my friend.
You're going right back to the Asian slaw
There you go.
and the tuna, because that.
I love the dressing on the slaw.
Mhm.
It's very
yeah.
light, and it mixes really nicely with the tuna and the cilantro mayos.
Tuna's great, man. I
Mm-hmm.
love the way you guys did that. Fantastic job.
Defo, meanwhile, what do you got? You got one wing?
The chicken wings here are fantastic. Among the best I've had anywhere. I know we
He's
go to a
cutting
lot of
the
good
chicken
places
for you
for
I know.
wings. He's like my mother.
so
my
that you
Jewish
can eat
mother.
it with chopsticks.
That that is why we love Lubie.
That's why we love Beth,
Even
because
as
she
his-
figured this show out.
His Popeye forearms crumbing right across the screen, and but here we go. I got my.
You know, it's great. You haven't stopped eating for 1 second.
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
you're talking and trying to do the show, and
There are two reasons.
you haven't
for that,
taken one
Defo.
pause here, Mr. Chopsticks.
There are two reasons for that. Number one, I did not have any breakfast this morning, which is not a good thing because you always supposed to start the day with a little bit of fuel.
Right.
I just had 2 cups of black coffee.
But people aren't coming to you for health advice. I mean,
No.
if
I
you
know.
if you get on this kick and you sustain it, great. We're very proud of you. But in general, you're not Jack
You're right.
LaLanne.
They're
I
coming
mean,
to me
You're
for
not Jack LaLanne.
food recommendations. Food advice.
So
If
we're
I
gonna
start-
be doing workouts in the lunchbox.
you'd be rowing boats across the
I know.
intercoastal. I
Don't
mean, what is
challenge
this?
me. I'll put a rowboat. No, one of those. Remember we pulled a tugboat in his mouth
He
with
put
his
like
teeth, and
100
he was
boats
swimming?
across the
What?
English
Who did
Channel.
this?
Yeah.
Jack LaLanne, I think,
LaLanne.
at
Really?
one point put like he either pulled a tugboat like he was 75 years old and he was swimming in some body of
The
water
Hudson
in New
River,
York.
I
It
think
might
he
have been
was
the
in,
Hudson.
yeah.
And I don't know if he had the rope in his mouth or if he was just pulling it, but he was swimming and
Right.
pulling
Yeah.
the tugboat. I do remember that that stunt that he pulled. I'm
You're-
not going to be
you're
doing any of
morphing
that.
into LaLanne. You really are here on the show. With
Can
all
I
this.
take the first bite of the beautiful
Please do.
rotisserie
Yeah,
chicken?
no, that looks great.
And do you like have a nice little dry rub seasonings
Yeah.
on top? Yeah, here we go.
There
Our
you go.
signature-
Oh my God. That's juicy. You know, the thing is, sometimes with the rotisserie chicken that you pick up at Publix and you feel it, trying to see, you poke your finger not into the bag, but like through the plastic. I'm
Right.
guilty because I hate overcooked chicken.
Oh God, it's the worst.
And you're poking around, you think you got a good one that kind of jiggles and wiggles, and then you open it up and it's still just shriveled out and dried up. This is not shriveled out and dried up. It is.
Well, the one thing I can honestly say about any of our chicken, whether it's like the fried chicken or the grilled chicken or the rotisserie chicken
Or the wings, yeah.
or the wings, they cook chicken perfectly before, and it's cooked so well and like all the way through, and yet it's still so juicy. I'm always so impressed by that.
I am impressed by it too because it's bursting in my mouth with juices and flavors and enough to make me very satisfied. I am not missing the red meat or your delicious burgers or
You're so lost today. Yeah,
I
I've
know he
never
doesn't
seen
know what
this.
to do. He doesn't
He
know
really
what to do
is
with
so
himself.
far gone,
I
Beth.
know. It's like he went over the edge.
So, I mean, yeah, it's like working, like watching one of these, literally, the politicians speak.
I hit the weights a little too hard yesterday at the
My
YMCA, which
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I saw something about Costco chickens. I don't know if they were saying that they were unsafe or safe, but they're so huge. You get the rotisserie chicken, and they maintain, even though they're losing like millions on it, the price at $4.99. That was what I guess the gist of the story.
They it's what's called a loss leader, where they've offered them at $4.99
Yeah.
forever because they just want to get people in the door.
Yeah.
But
They
you
pick
would
up their one chicken, but then they end up buying the $19.99
you
box
test
of.
positive for more drugs than Barry Bonds when you have one of these chickens. I mean, you should never have blood work done after eating a Costco chicken.
Well, they pump them full of this saline solution and seasonings to get them plump
Oh,
and
really?
juicy. Yeah, that's one of the keys.
They're
of
like
how
twice the size. They make the Publix chickens look like a sparrow. It's
They
unbelievable.
inject them with liquids
Yeah.
beforehand, which nobody wants to do. I mean, look, you could brine a chicken You can season the chicken, but when you start getting out the syringes and go Barry Bonds on it, like you said,
Very Bonds.
You see, Victor Conti is like the chief of the farm there. I mean, he's got a syringe in his hand. Every chicken he inspects. Yeah.
before we go further, I do
Yeah,
have
what?
to just kind of talk about the chicken fingers, and I was a little bit surprised because
Lubie, did you try one yet?
so
Oh, good.
Lubie is now using Burger Beast as his model in his
Because you're lost.
diet. Well,
We
if
needed
I'm
direction
okay.
today.
So
Come
I
on.
mean, Burger Beast,
We're
God
coming to
bless him.
Gilbert's.
I love his recommendations when it comes to the burgers, but he has this thing about chicken fingers and basically he has the palate of a 7-year-old, like basically a first or second grader.
I would
That-
not say that.
Oh, I would say
I
that.
would not
and
say
I've
that
said
at
it to
all.
his face before, and so did my late friend Kevin, who was the chef at Ends Meat in Hollywood, now a bygone restaurant. But Kevin and Burger Beast knew each other well from the food truck days and food truck rallies. And Kevin would make some high-minded dish, and Beast would say, "I don't like that," but then he would just make him a burger or chicken fingers,
Right.
and Beast would just eat it up. And he goes, "You've got the palate of a first grader," and but this you've got a
Well, these
very.
are. Well, hold on a second. These are homemade chicken fingers or
You
chicken
haven't tried it yet?
tenders.
Oh, I haven't tried it.
Yeah, you need
You've
to use
tried
your
it.
chopsticks for that.
Oh, look, he got
He
a little.
even cut
Okay,
it for you.
are these with the panko breadcrumbs
Yes.
too? They look delicious. I'm gonna dip it in the
I got
mustard
barbecue sauce or honey
No,
mustard.
Barbecue has too much sugar for me. I've got to have the.
Oh, my
Honey
God.
mustard is better.
How insufferable is he
Creamy
becoming
mustard.
here, Beth, on the
It's
show?
honey mustard.
Fat honey mustard. Oh, not much better, but probably.
Just eat it, Mayo. Wow.
Mm.
I don't. What's going to happen to the lunchbox? This is getting
it's
crazy.
already been destroyed
I
so many
know.
times. It's not funny, but
Don't worry, give it 3 weeks. I'll be
Yeah.
back.
Okay. Yeah.
this is pathetic. I mean, honestly.
Well, how do you like that?
Oh,
That was the point.
it's crunchy.
What's great is he's putting 3 different things in his mouth at
I
once.
know, clearly.
And then giving you an opinion on one of them. He's able to separate them.
I guess I should be using the champagne dressing with the chicken fingers.
I've
for
never
the,
seen that
the
before, but you could
low-
try that.
for the low
Yeah.
sugar content. We're here with Beth Gilbert. Somebody rescue me.
No,
What do you
I don't
mean?
think you're beyond saving at this point. Talking to
Okay,
every
did
other
you
word
try?
is low sugar content.
Hold
this,
on. How
that.
about the lemon pepper teriyaki grilled wings? Did you
Oh,
try
I have
those?
to try one.
Oh,
Luby's
that
in on
seems
that.
like
Did
it's
you
on
try
my
one
health
Lubie?
plan.
Yeah,
I'd
there you
rather
go.
have that.
That's perfect for you.
And
right
what should
there.
I, what are you? Are you a drumstick person or a? Or
I
or a
tend to
flat?
be. I'm a flat.
You're flat.
I'm a flat, but I like both.
Yeah.
I mean, I like both,
I'm a
but
drumstick
I
guy.
tend to be a flat
Yeah.
person.
I
I
guess
think you go one way or the other. It's like either you're good in physics or chemistry, you're not good in both. It's either
I
you
like
like
both.
flats or drumsticks.
I'm gonna go with the. This one speaks to me for
It
some
does?
reason.
It's
Yeah, look
calling
at that.
you?
There you go.
It's like
calling my
universe
name.
magic towards you.
It is
All right,
pulling
I
me.
got that
Well,
for
and
you.
after
want-
that sorry performance with the
have any?
salad,
you're gonna have
I
to eat
didn't try
those
that
with
one yet.
chopsticks.
No.
Defo is showing admirable restraint today.
Yeah, I know,
No,
no,
I love all of the food here, and I love coming down here. It really, it's very heartening about living in Florida because I come down A1A, and it doesn't matter about beach erosion or threatening hurricanes or Ron DeSantis being governor. You realize how beautiful it is to be here, and then you pull into a place like this. And I have to say, Beth, I was thinking about this on my walk of life the other day. You guys are so nice in here.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
so sweet. We
it's
take
really
that
true.
in.
I don't say that, because we're in here and you guys are very gracious with us. I mean, you can just feel that the vibe is there, and it's a family-owned and operated business that really, I mean, this just the buzz in here. It speaks to the success and the attention to detail and the care that you guys put into everything you do. It really is fantastic. So I
Oh,
love
we
coming down
appreciate
here.
it. That's
Yeah.
what means the most to us. We want to share our family with the community, and that's what we've always tried to do.
Fantastic job. Yeah.
And I love supporting local. I love supporting family-run places, and that's one of the keys to this whole operation. Is every time you walk in here, you're going to see either Richie or Beth, and hopefully Lenore soon on a regular basis. But it's named Gilbert's, and you actually see a Gilbert in here. And
Gilbert's
some of
are
My
these
here, yeah.
husband's
places
a chef. I married
Oh,
him because he could
Corwin.
cook.
Yep.
And I can't cook. I'll be honest with you. I
But
know
you
what
can
I'm
bake.
good at. Oh, I bake. I bake
You
really.
can bake.
I can bake, but I'm not a great chef. But he is a great chef.
Corwin does a great job.
Yeah.
And by the way, these lemon
Pepper teriyaki.
pepper teriyaki.
The wings here are phenomenal.
These fit
Oh,
on
yeah.
my program
Yeah.
because they're grilled.
Mhm.
They are again. They don't have too much of.
The
Stop with
sauce.
the
They're
low
not like
sugar.
too
and all
much,
this stuff.
yeah.
Not
Oh, my
too-
God.
Yeah, they're not breaded. I mean, This. It's all the new Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. It's all Lunchbox approved. It's all beautiful
Aw.
stuff.
Very sad.
And you know how much-
qualifications there and quantifiers. I mean, this stuff's all great. Mayo, would you
All right.
stop?
Do you want to
Tell
stick
me.
around for the controversial part of the program? Well,
I
not
guess so.
controversial, but I'm going to read a post. We were
Okay,
talking
I'm
about
in.
this yesterday, but
Uh-oh.
are you following along with the whole
It's very pop
Travis
culture.
Kelce and Taylor Swift situation? And Taylor Swift is now
At the games. I saw her
apparently
at
she
the
went
games.
to Kansas City
Yeah.
at the invitation of this very widely, liked tight end for the Chiefs.
There's
Travis
nothing that
Kelce.
Travis Kelce isn't selling right now. This
Right.
was even prior to Taylor Swift. I mean, he's on every commercial.
Okay.
Surprised I haven't seen him outside here with the Gilbert's burger and his. I mean, everything. He's selling everything. It's phenomenal.
I don't
And
think we could afford that.
Well, and now he's got. He may do it just because he likes the place, but now he's got this whole thing with Taylor Swift going.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
And after the game on Sunday, the Chiefs ran up. Well, they had a big win against, I can't even remember who. Who'd they play on Sunday? It was 41 to 10.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Was it really? I don't even remember. But
Oh, the Bears. The Bears. they
the
played,
Bears,
yeah.
41-10 over the Bears. Travis Kelce caught a touchdown. She was doing cartwheels up in his family box.
Right.
But afterwards, they went out on the town in Kansas City, and apparently they rented out, or Travis or somebody's people made arrangements to go to this very trendy rooftop restaurant in Kansas City.
Prime Social.
But that they didn't make the arrangements far enough advance to book it and have it completely closed. That patrons were there in the middle of their meals, and basically
Like snapping
they
pictures?
were told that they needed to vacate the premises at 8:00. And I don't know if they took reservations up till 7:30 or 8, or if they knew about it, or if they had people on the books that they then said, no, you can't come tonight.
Okay.
But people were in mid-meals when basically the way that it's been reported on various different media outlets is that people were in the middle of meals and they said, you have to leave by 8:00. They gave them a little bit of warning, and that when 8:00 was approaching, the staff came around with boxes and said, okay, we're going to be taking care, or somebody's taking care of the check, but take your food, get in your box, and get the hell out of here.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
They have a sister restaurant a few floors down, because this was a rooftop, and they invited people who had been basically hurried out of there to go downstairs to the sister property and have drinks on the house down there. All right.
Okay.
So
That's the backstory.
all right. So here's the post I just put on Let's Eat.
All
Okay.
right.
And here's the hypothetical question of the day. I posed it to the group. Let's Eat. Hello out there. 120,000 plus.
Wow.
If you're watching. And we post simulcast the show every day on our favorite.
You're an influencer
group.
now.
I'm
is
an
what you're saying,
influencer.
yeah.
All right.
You should just post naked pictures of
No,
yourself.
we're not
No.
doing that. Not yet. We need another 50 pounds for
Okay.
that.
He's
Then
got to
I'll-
keep eating with
then-
chopsticks.
Then I'll have the OnlyFans account.
If
That'll
you
be
eat like a
different-
ton of food with chopsticks, though, is it the same thing as just
I am
eating a
not
little
sure.
bit with a fork?
I don't
it
think
just
so.
takes longer, and then your body fills up. Like now, my stomach's saying, you know what, I'm full, I'm satisfied, and that was with just eating a
Okay.
little bit.
Well,
of
we're
chopsticks.
glad you're satisfied
Yeah,
because
we
Lubie and
are,
I are
yeah.
going to be taking more boxes than they did out of Prime Social at 8:00 when Taylor Swift rolled in.
All right, I still have to bring dessert.
That's
So you
funny.
got to give me space for dessert.
All right, let me read
Go
it.
ahead.
Hypothetical of the day. You're at a trendy rooftop restaurant enjoying a meal on a Sunday evening, and then the staff hurriedly informs you that you must finish up and vacate your table and the premises by 8 p.m. because certain VIPs have rented out the place and want all the commoners gone. The staff offers to box your meal, says there'll be no charge, and offers free drinks at a sister property downstairs. Do you, and which one are you?
Okay.
A, say no problem and comply. B, say you're going to have to sweeten the pot a little bit with some additional cash and compensation.
Okay.
C, say, are you kidding me? Okay, but I'm never coming back here again.
Okay.
Or D, laugh and say, over my dead filet mignon, you can arrest me if you'd like. Whereupon
That would be you.
you glue your feet to the floor and butt to the seat like a U.S. Open tennis protester. All right, which one are you?
Wait, is there an E too?
You can
Like-
give me an E.
Okay,
Oh, it'd
like,
be E.
who is it? Like they didn't?
Ah.
Did they tell him who it was?
I
like,
think
so
everybody assumed knowing what had gone on that day, and everybody in Kansas City, and actually everybody in the country knew that.
What if you were
Taylor
just some
Swift was at the
farmer?
So what
KC
if you,
Chiefs
okay,
game.
so what if you're a huge KC Chiefs fan, or two, I mean, there's so many Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah, Swifties.
Like, wouldn't you be like, yeah, of course, for Taylor Swift, of course I'll go downstairs.
Yeah, most people would be like that. And most people in Kansas City are also big Chiefs fans. I'm not most people.
So you would give them, see, I think I would do A. Like, I'd probably say, yeah, no problem, thanks so much, and I would be on my way.
See, that's what makes you, Beth,
I'm
the
sorry.
sweet and really nice person.
Well, they are up in a bind. Like, think about it. As an owner, you're in a bind.
You're in a really bad bind.
Right.
But I think the first rule of hospitality is you treat everybody like a VIP.
Oh, of course.
Once somebody is seated and has the reservation, is in the middle of the meal, unless they are drunk and unruly and violating some other, rules
I don't think
egregiously.
I don't think I could kick someone out. Like, even when people come in at 9:00 and I take an order here and I got to sit here for a few more hours because we close at 9, I sit here for a few hours. I don't say anything. I just go about my evening and, that's it. So
Right.
I don't know, as a restaurant, having a family restaurant, I don't think I would have kicked people out. Maybe I'd move them around if I had to, which is what they seem to be trying to do. But they boxed up all their food and told them to kind of get out. I thought that was a little much.
I mean,
But as a patron, I would have complied. Like, as a patron, I said, okay, no problem, thanks.
That makes me and you different. I guess I'm
Go
gonna.
ahead. How would you do it? I want to hear your
I'm gonna
response.
throw-
We know his option is D. He wrote it.
No, what I would do as the restaurateur is say, look, I understand. I'm very flattered that you guys want to come here and have chosen us for your special evening. However, we already are open for the night. I have not been able to inform patrons who are in the restaurant in the middle of their meals.
Okay.
We'd be happy to accommodate you later on if you guys could come in after we clear everybody here currently that's here at the restaurant. And we'll explain to people on the books that have later reservations that something suddenly came up and that we'll have them back another time. But if you could be happy to come in.
By the time you finish that, they could have finished their meal. What are you talking about?
I would just say, I'm sorry, we can't clear out the place at 8.
You're
Does
never
9
that
o'clock
diplomatic,
work for
yeah.
you? Or can you just share some space with some people as they're finishing up their meals?
I don't know if they'd really want to share the space. It
Yeah.
could get
Well,
chaotic.
All right, and this is
So that could get chaotic.
why can't they share the space? What makes them so special? I grew up in New York, okay, Beth?
I did
I
too.
used
Like I
to go
said, that D.
So did I.
Yeah.
I used to go to restaurants in the Village, okay? There's an Italian place. On one table on one side, you'd have Robert De Niro
Of
and Martin
course.
Scorsese. On the other table, there'd be Philip Seymour Hoffman. There'd be,
But don't you
there'd
think
be
it's a
stars
different
in there
time?
eating all the time, and they didn't mind being with other people and other patrons. They didn't
But don't
need.
you think New York is a little different than Kansas City? And then don't you think the fervor around this situation is a lot different than some guy who lives in their neighborhood who happens to be famous that
Don't
goes
hit
to
me
a
with
local
logic.
restaurant?
You're hitting me with
I'm
logic.
really sorry.
No, I mean,
You need to chime in. I can't
He-
hold this
but,
conversation.
My approach obviously would be far different than Mayo's because we can see where he was going with all of this. And
Yeah.
he wouldn't have suggested D unless he had this vicious,
I've already got 80 answers.
venomous,
I asked this right before
component
the
to him.
show.
But I would have probably cooperated, just
Right.
because that's more
See,
my
we can
nature.
go out to dinner together. I'm not going out with you.
But as far as the maybe never, I wouldn't say, hey, I'm never coming back here again. Go
Yeah.
bleep yourself. But I might never go back there again. That's possible,
Right.
depending on how the situation worked out afterwards. But I think look, the restaurant had to take into consideration their patrons for sure.
Right.
And did they, to some element, yes. This is unusual. Like, you're absolutely right. Like, you can walk into a place in the Village and Dustin Hoffman's sitting over there at a table
Right.
and nobody bothers the guy, right? He may even send a drink over. And there are plenty of places like that. KC, though, with Taylor Swift, we're
That's like
talking
another level,
stratospheres
yeah.
of tension.
I mean, she's selling out stadiums
yeah.
around the world.
Fine,
Like,
but that doesn't make her better than me, especially if I'm in
No,
the middle
but-
of my
no,
meal.
that's how I'm saying. I just say like the fervor around it is like a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
I
I,
know,
think
I
that's
know.
kind of
You could understand them not wanting anybody in the restaurant
Yeah.
while
Right.
this was taking
Well, then
place.
find a restaurant or place that has its own private room that's completely
well,
locked
that's what
away.
they were trying to go on the roof.
Yeah.
Right, but they wanted to go on the roof because what.
That was private.
And I think that was more of Travis's doing than Taylor. So I don't want to blame Taylor Swift because he was trying to have this.
What's
date
weird is
night.
Taylor Swift is like extremely gracious with her fans, is she not?
yeah, I would
She's
think
always
so.
like, going to some hospital and surprising some poor kid that's is sick with tickets to a concert or something and accommodations and everything.
So
And
what are
actually
some of what are some of the comments that you're
What are they
getting?
saying?
Are they with you and they're ready
no,
not to go back?
Nobody's with me. Everybody thinks I'm a just freaking jerk. Brian B says he would go with A and just go with the flow. Life is too short to get mad about stuff like that. Also, other people said, I've become much more chill in my older age. I'd happily take the free meal and drinks and enjoy the rest of the night. Life is so much nicer when we take things in stride. Maybe I
See,
eat.
I don't know.
I mean, this could
Maybe
be leading to your anxiety
I
eating that
know.
you're doing.
I think there's something, and maybe you should be eating a little bit more meat and carbs and stuff. I think it's getting to you right now.
I would demand a lifetime supply of the sweet potato fries at Gilbert's as part of
Yes.
the
That
compensation
could be.
package.
I got one guy saying
Yeah.
D and B, so one guy is with me. One guy says it would only be agreeable if the author came with a future dinner for two at Tropical Acres. They love-
That wasn't a plug for Tropical Acres
Oh,
at
well,
all.
we love Tropical Acres.
Yeah,
they
of
are one of
course.
our sponsors.
Yes.
And the beef
Mr.
there
Dairy
is better
Family
than Kansas City anyway.
It's
so.
great. They, speaking of Kansas City, didn't your family or dad used to operate a steakhouse
Yes.
here called Kansas City
Steakhouse. Yes, that's how we
So-
first came down here.
So let me give you the hypothetical South Florida style. What if you get a call right now that Messi, even though he couldn't play last night in the big
Right.
soccer match, the final of the
Oh,
Hunt
you're
Cup,
really gonna
whatever
put me
that
on the
is,
spot right now.
but that Messi and his family wanted to come in here, but they want their privacy right now. You got the
Okay.
call, 10 minutes. What do you do with this whole thing?
Well, I wouldn't kick anybody out. I would say to them, like, you got to give me at least a half hour so people
Or-
can finish their meals. So,
Yeah.
like, I got people online right now, so that'll be like 12 minutes. So probably I could accommodate them in 45 minutes.
Okay.
Messi
That's-
apparently is the kind of guy that would wait online and be happy about
Right,
it.
I
And
would
he
think
seems
so.
to be a man of the people. He would not demand his own, place.
I think,
and
I think he
space.
likes it that he can be somewhat of a normal guy here because
Right. This is
celebrity
Fort Lauderdale.
treatment in South Florida is a lot different than it is in other places as well. Because you could be like somewhat of a major celebrity and go relatively unnoticed.
Right.
Which
So, I mean, we do get some relatively famous, like, sports players and stuff like that come in, and they don't want to be recognized. They come in, they
Yeah.
order, they sit down, they eat. No one really says anything. It's actually really nice.
no,
That's
it's good
nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Somebody
What,
said
someone-
So you're getting hammered, is what
I'm
you're
Yeah,
getting
he
saying.
hammered.
is.
Free dinner and free drinks, and then the abbreviation for if it's free, it's me. So that was that.
You know
I mean,
what?
if
You know
you-
what my approach might be. I
Go
like
ahead.
it a lot better downstairs anyway.
Right.
Right.
That
I
would-
mean,
that-
you're
I'm
getting a
with you on
freebie
that.
down there.
Yeah.
A couple of people chiming in saying I would need for them to throw in a selfie with the VIPs in order to go along with the freebie, and then they
What is
would-
it? A cruise ship where you pose for the
Yeah.
picture in front of the little?
I don't think.
you know,
I think the whole point of them
life,
clearing out the
preserver?
restaurant was to avoid
Yeah,
that,
that
whole
whole-
scenario.
yeah.
So there you go. People are pounding me, and again, nobody sees it my way. But I'm used to
Okay,
being
that's fine.
a
you're
You
seen
are.
as an evil dictator on Let's Eat South
Yes.
Florida. Really
Who
are.
eats with chopsticks?
Yeah.
who eats with chopsticks.
Well, and you're really going to get just driven into the ground after this performance
Yeah,
today
no, this
at
has
Gilbert's,
been
which I think is your most pathetic of all of the shows we've
I
done.
would not
It's
say that.
all good.
That's
No,
a little
it's-
harsh.
Huh?
That's a little harsh.
maybe,
She's
maybe.
being a little
no,
harsh.
there have been others that have been
Do you
worse.
think I
Really?
even listen to it
Disgrace, yeah,
anymore?
yeah.
It just rolls right off my back. I'm glad the headphones aren't working.
All
I
right.
think I heard what he said, but it's
Yeah.
all good.
Have
Wait,
a chicken finger.
Can I
every-
bring dessert?
Yeah, you absolutely should.
Are we ever going to
Yeah.
say no to anything that
Good.
you
I'm bringing
offer?
because
I
I
mean,
baked a lot yesterday.
the hospitality here is
What were those
outrageously
cookies
good.
you had last time? They were
And-
sick.
Oh, the chocolate chip ones.
Oh,
I
my
made them
God.
yesterday.
Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna bring those. All right. Can
Okay.
you take my
All right,
spot
we're going
for
to do
right
our
now?
spots. We're going to take care of some business, and then you come back and
Brilliant as
boost my
always.
blood
Oh, you
sugar
guys are
level.
a pleasure. I'll be back.
Speaking of, well, today is actually Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Thursday. So
Oh, nice.
we
Well, and
love
they could
our
have got the chicken
Delaware.
there.
We got chicken here, but if you want chicken to prepare at home
Look
for
at
the
all
weekend
different
for all the
treatments here
football
of
games,
chicken.
you're going to want to go out to our friends at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. We were there earlier this month for our Oktoberfest celebration with all kinds of sausages that they have. Next month, I can't believe it's already here, Defo. Stone crab season starts
Yeah.
October 15th, and we're going to be there for our monthly visit.
Are you
on
one of those
October
guys
19th.
that lines up before, like it, gets going to be the first guy? Like you were going on a Black Friday, to
Yeah,
some
I usually
electronic
get
store.
there at 7.
You-
I was in at
Pitch at
Grandpa's
10,
to get
yeah.
my bagels and schmears for the breaking the fast meal at basically 7:15. Grandpa's opens, I think,
Right.
at
Those guys
7.
were still in shul, and you were outside waiting.
and
Nice.
yeah, no, I was eating by the time everybody was still davening. No, but Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, you aren't going to go in there anytime that they're open, and it's open 7 days a week. You go online to DelawareChicken.com to check out all the offerings and the hours and the weekly specials. Better yet, go into the store itself. It's there right south of Sterling Road, right near the old Seminole Classic Casino, the old bingo hall across the street, big chicken on the roof. And Doug Carter and his crew will take great care of you because they got the freshest products, greatest selection, good value, and unbelievable customer service. The way they are all lined up all around the counter space, they call out your number. You'll be in and out of there in no time flat, and you can get some of the great products like the steaks, the pork. October is National Pork Month, besides being the start of stone crab season.
How many national months is it this month?
I can't even hear what you just said.
This is chicken month.
Yeah, no, this is chicken month. Pork month is
over.
next month.
Okay.
They got some of the great pork products, pork chops and tenderloin and ribs and things like that, along with the seafood and the fish. It's still Florida lobster season. And, of course, stone crab season right around the corner. Beautiful fish in there. Go into Delaware. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
All right, kind of an interesting performance here, Lubie. Would you say? Maybe
He's barely eating.
I
most
feel like
mystifying
Beethoven
of
because
all
I'm deaf.
time.
I still can't.
That's okay. It's better that you can't hear this as we throw it to a break here on Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. We'll be back with more from Gilbert's and right off the 17th Street Causeway, Cordova, and you turn in here and just on the right side, you make a right, and bingo, you're right there. Easy to find, and you're going to love it. Great variety, great food, and we'll be back with more in a moment.
It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Beach Cafe. It's a South Florida landmark, and it's one happy restaurant right on the water. Tables literally on the beach. A place where you could dip your toes in the sand, kick back, relax with island vibes, tropical drinks, and live music daily. You know it. It's at One Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea. And of course, it has Chef Chris Nealon and his famed Caribbean Floridian cuisine with a huge menu with something for everyone. Seafood, raw bar, conch fritters, burgers, sandwiches, salads, deli specials, and of course, that famous Bimini bread. They've got a great staff that'll take great care of you. There's something to celebrate every day. Open 7 days until late. Parking available on site. Happy hour weekdays 4 to 7 p.m. Go check out more at ArubaBeachCafe.com. Better yet, go in there yourself at Aruba Beach Cafe. Good food, drinks, friends, and laughter are always the catch of the day. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. And we have now moved on to the dessert portion of the day, even though I'm still working on this beautiful rotisserie chicken with my chopsticks, and now I am dunking it in the champagne dressing that was brought with the what was this brought with the kale salad?
With the kale salad.
But I like it with the rotisserie chicken, gives it a little brightness. And Defo is just shaking his head.
No, it's just, really, it's the saddest day of the show's history.
It's delicious.
When you ate the McRib sandwich, that was early in like our early existence in the radio business there, but that was sad. But this really, I mean, in light of everything that's happening here at Gilbert's, this is not the time to be doing this, man.
This is so heartening because a lot of restaurants, look, September is known as one of the leanest months of the year. It's been rainy. Jamming. You don't especially think of this time of year being packed with tourists or cruise, goers. Right. You're on this corridor here. It's near the airport. It's near the port. It's conveniently located to all these hotels. This place is packed right now, and it's got this vibe and energy for the lunchtime.
Yeah, this is all locals. This is usually like our lunch. This is how our lunch looks. Like, not when it's crazy. This is like a nice lunch.
So job well done, because I've been hearing a lot of stories of really kind of heartbreak and
it's a difficult
really
time of year. It really is a difficult time of year.
There, but I'm glad that we are associated with some places and helping to hopefully get people to check out some of these places that are popular, well-run, have delicious food. Aww. Never mind me and my chopsticks and my ridiculous diets. You're going to come in here.
I was waiting to see if you're going to use the chopsticks on the key lime pie.
I think, let's see, I'm going to get a fresh pair.
I was thinking.
Well, okay, you've got all these desserts.
So sad.
All right, you want me to tell you what I got?
Yeah, tell me what you've got.
Okay, so let's start all the way at the other end.
Yes.
So that's our homemade Rocky Road cookie, which has turbinado sugar, walnuts, and chocolate chips and marshmallows, which is really good. This is our double chocolate chip cookie.
This is the kind of
thing. And it has a little turbinado sugar on it.
My A1C is going up just looking at
my mom's homemade key lime pie that I have been attempting to make, and it is firmer than last time, I believe. But you're going to tell me honestly.
Yes, I'm going to get some new chopsticks.
Oatmeal raisin, which is really good. I brought that. It's heart healthy and low in intake of whatever you're following right now. And then we always do cookies like holiday time. So we're coming up on spooky season.
Like treats. Yes.
I thought that we made a bunch of different whoopie pies for Halloween. I got white chocolate macadamia. I got double chocolate. I've got turtles. So we got a good mix there.
How about that, Defo? This is something.
It all looks great.
On my current state of affairs, as great as all this looks.
Yeah, but I put these two in front of you on purpose.
But look what I got. I got a little slice of apple from the kale salad.
This has gone wrong.
And I've got a craisin. Yeah. So why would I need all these things when? Here, let me have my craisin.
You're going to keep doing this show with him like this?
It's so sad. It really is. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Right?
Yum. That's so good. I got the sweetness from the apple, a little bit of tart. The craisin is sweet.
Yes.
All right, who's getting who? I want to dive into all of this face first. Okay, I am now going to do a lunchbox first. I cannot wait to see Defo's reaction.
Oh, no, I knew he was going to do it. I knew it. I just knew it.
I'm going to, with my fork that I haven't touched yet, I'm going to smear the whipped cream.
Oh, we're back to this again. This happened last month, too.
Again, he's got the lime zest. She's got the lime zest.
What if the other people didn't like the whipped cream?
Well, then they're a shit out of luck. I'm not supposed to talk. All of a sudden, you're making me turn.
You weren't going to share with him at all?
What? You don't like the whipped cream?
What if I didn't? I guess it's too late.
Now he's cleaning it.
No, I don't care. It's fine.
You're being difficult.
I'm not at all. No,
Here,
I was just
this is
asking a
the
question of
line.
etiquette.
Honestly,
You're
next time
Mr.
I'm
Etiquette.
bringing
You
him
come
his
over to
own
the
piece.
table. You had this long
But this is the
explanation
proper
about
way of doing
how
the
to
It
do
is?
things.
I've never
Wait,
seen
you should
this
just
before.
smush all the whipped cream on one
Never
No,
seen
side.
people take a little
My
bite. They take a
grandchildren
little
don't even
whipped
do that.
cream.
Yeah, they don't
They
I'm
even
kind of
going
do
with
mix
the
it together.
chopsticks.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like you're at a school lunch. Mayo.
Now this is challenging
This is very
to
challenging.
get a
Hopefully
key
it
lime
was
pie.
gelatinous enough
Oh
for
my
you
God.
that you can
Oh.
get it with chopsticks.
This
Like,
is
that's the
this is a
litmus test.
disgrace.
Here we go.
Beth. It's a disgrace.
I
Oh,
got,
my poor mom.
Yeah.
I've got, and this, is not. It's got the right consistency.
Yes,
because
it
is
does
holding
because
up.
it's chopstick ready.
It's like it's like a Dairy Queen where they finish with the blizzard and they turn it upside down
Right.
to show the proper thickness.
Right.
This, you've got key lime pie hanging on the. This is not an act. He is actually sincerely disgusted.
This is real.
It really is a shame.
I'm glad I
I'm sorry,
passed the
Beth.
test. It's
And
okay.
I apologize for the show, and I want to issue a disclaimer. We're not responsible for any of this behavior here as it reflects on the restaurant or the restaurant business or the industry as a whole.
Well, at least I know I passed the litmus test of being gelatinous enough. Well, what do you think? Have I improved
Gelatinous
since
is
last?
not the right word. It's
You'll
just,
probably have
what's the right
something
word?
negative to say. Let's
it's
see.
just having a proper thickness.
Consistency.
It's not.
So,
I don't
how
know.
about-
Is it gelatin that you add to get the
No,
thickness up?
no,
So
not
I
at
wouldn't
all.
call it gelatinous.
Okay, so as
I
a
would call
writer,
it
I
just-
got it.
It's the proper consistency. It's when it
So
was
wait a
too
minute,
thin.
have I improved
Yes,
since last
of course
month?
you've improved.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, I told you last time that I was in and I tasted when you made it the
So
thicker
that's
version.
this is going to be how I figure out if I have the right consistency. I am going to take chopsticks afterwards and then try to pick it up. And if I can pick it up, then I know I got it right.
Do you feel you're going to have any of that pie?
No, I'm not done with that.
I
I
think
enjoy
now
watching you
live,
eat that, though.
I might live to annoy him like
Right.
this.
No,
because
you don't annoy me at all. It's flabbergasted. Even Lubie is stunned. I mean, we work with a lot of people. We've been doing this a long time together. You're relatively new to this.
Right, I'm a
We have
newcomer.
never seen a guy come so far down the totem pole of taste, class, and distinction in terms of hosting a show ever. I mean, we've seen guys literally fall apart and have nervous breakdowns on the air.
Wow.
And I don't know that we've seen anything quite like this.
Well, I mean,
it's
I am
unbelievable.
This
just-
tops the cake?
Yeah, I'm
The
just glad.
chopsticks on the key lime
Literally
pie.
tops
Yeah,
the
I
cake.
mean,
I'm
honestly.
glad.
Do you think you could do a
if
cookie
you were on
with
America's
the
Got
chopsticks?
Talent, they
I
wouldn't
think
even have a
I
trick
think
like
I could
that.
do anything with the chopsticks.
Really?
except now I've
Anything?
got a craisin stuck to my whipped cream.
You better
here.
eat that. That's
Oh,
the
my
sweetness that you were
God.
looking for before.
Here's what I'm going to do because I don't want to completely gross out Defo.
You're not grossing me out. This is typical. We're so used to it.
With my
It's
finger,
okay.
without touching any other
They're
part
warm
of the
though,
cookie.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
You gotta
I'm
try
going
one
to
of
take
those,
one
Mayo,
little
yeah.
sliver of this.
Yeah, I cut it in fours to make it easy.
I'm going to I didn't
I
touch
mean,
any of the other
look at
ones.
his
So
chocolate milk,
this is
too.
still an
Unbelievable.
uncontaminated
Yeah.
cookie for the others who might want it.
Okay. And now you're back to the
And now
Are you
I've
chopsticks.
got-
are you gonna dip it in this
I
sauce
got
too?
You're
chopsticks.
gonna
No, I'm
put
not dip-
champagne
I'm not
vinaigrette on
putting
it?
Look, it's got the. Right now, if you could see these chopsticks, they have remnants of whipped cream, key lime pie, and a little lime zest on here,
Yeah, and the craisin.
and the craisin.
Beth,
But
are you
I'm gonna-
available tomorrow? I mean, I think we need you on
Here
the
we
show
go.
again.
This
man.
show
Look
is
at the
crazy.
dexterity here, folks. I've got.
Well, the consistency we know is good then.
Equally disgusting as if you had a fork. I mean, I just picked it
I
up.
mean, this is the
Yeah.
most interesting show I've ever been on.
I don't know if I would go that far.
As a chocolatey delight. What's the sugar on there? It's called a.
It's a turbinado sugar.
It's a diet
Yeah.
sugar. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
it's healthy for you. That won't take up all your sugar for the whole day.
Yeah.
That pretty much does it. I've got to go right to the gym. That's
Yeah.
delicious. I love the chocolatey stuff. Key lime pie is great. Beth Gilbert. You can
Thank you
find them
guys
here
for
at
having
Gilbert's. Open every day but Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday is
We're closed
the day off.
Sundays.
Day of football. So, which is good because if Travis Kelce were in town here with Taylor Swift at a,
Well,
at
we
a
invite
Dolphins
them
game,
to come.
would you open up especially on a Sunday for them?
I would think so.
That would be easier because you don't
We
have to kick people
but
out.
I have to be honest with you. We have opened on Sundays for just our regular patrons who want to have events. and
Really?
do
Oh, nice.
things. Yeah,
This
of
is
course.
good to know. Next time I want
I
to have
mean,
a
my husband
chopsticks
gets
party.
pissed off at me, but we still do it.
I think for my daughter's birthday, we might come in on a Sunday and just make everybody eat with chopsticks all day. Would you do that?
Sure, if that's what your heart desires, of course.
Can you blow taps for the show?
I think your
As the
poor
exit
daughter
music,
would
yeah.
be like, "What is
She'd
going
be
on here?"
mortified. That's not happening. It's not happening. Okay.
It's been nice being with you on the Lunchbox.
Yes.
Show was fun for a long time, and then The main guy behind it, Mayo, the food critic, he flipped out.
Am I still allowed to come to the big
At
show?
Gilbert's, and with an array of food, the likes of which we rarely. I mean,
I think it's because we didn't have any burgers today. I think that's the problem. He went over the edge.
Yeah, I think I am
This was
lacking
your
in
call,
iron. Yeah, my blood work would show a
Yeah.
iron deficiency, and it's like you get a little bit of a.
Yeah.
I've witnessed guys have meltdowns at the track and various casinos, but I have never seen anything.
Speaking of which, I
on
got
this
some
level.
steam. I got some steam on the first race at Belmont at Aqueduct in a couple of minutes.
There you go.
Anybody out there that wants to plunge away, I already tipped our friend Joey Esposito at Cafe Seville. Do you know Cafe Seville? Do you know Joey?
Well, I don't know Joey, but I know of the restaurant. It's a great
It's a
restaurant.
great place. Yeah, also one of our sponsors. And Joey likes to dabble in the investment game sometimes, day trading on the horses, and got the pick, the number 2 coming up in the next first race at Aqueduct. So
That sounds familiar. My dad used to do that. That's how you met, didn't you?
yes, we met at the poker tables
Yes.
at Dania Highline. And your dad was a terrific guy, and he was always
He was
talking
the
up the
best.
restaurant.
And he was the best fan,
It was
too.
a marketing vehicle.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what he tried to claim it to be.
And no, he really did try to say, "Hey, I have a restaurant," and I would vouch. I'm saying, "Yeah, the burgers are great. You got to go in to
Aw.
Gilbert's." All right, Defo, it's time to talk about our friends at Tropical Acres, and it's again Thursday night. They have happy hour in the bar tonight from 4 to 6:30. You're going to go in there because they have half-price drinks, every cocktail in the house, including the top shelf liquor. I love that, along with their moderately priced light bites, and then you can go into the dining room for a full-on dinner. We love Tropical Acres because they're one of those steakhouses, old school since 1949.
Wow.
Also family run. The Studiali family do a great job. Value, service, quality, it's all
They have
there at
great
Tropical Acres, 2500 Griffin Road, just west of I-95 in the airport. They're open every day but Sunday too, because Sunday is family day. And Tropical Acres, they are having their ongoing Twin Lobster special for a few more weeks, actually probably 6 more weeks. $39. Who's talking 49? That's way too much for them. $39, 2 pound-and-a-quarter Maine lobsters, freshly steamed and served with a side dish and a salad, because a la carte is a dirty word at Tropical Acres. They'll take great care of you. And of course, they have Monday and Tuesday half-price wine night. They have the loyalty reward program. For every 12 entrees that you buy, you get the 13th one on the house. Go into Tropical Acres. They also have a butcher shop if you want to buy some steaks, those beautiful barrel-cut filet mignons. You can throw them on the grill at home, and other grab-and-go items. That butcher shop is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Go into Tropical Acres and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you, but don't ask for any chopsticks.
That it?
That's it.
That's it.
Throw it to the break.
Oh, really? That's my job. Okay.
no.
We'll be back in a moment here.
Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style, a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea. That's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasta platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets. They've got eggs Benedict. They've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you.
Well, they're back on the Lunchbox, and I couldn't help but to snag another bite with a fork of the key lime pie. Absolutely delicious. Beth has really gotten the job done in her mom's absence, but we're looking forward to next month. Lenore will be back, and
Nice.
again, this place is packed. Almost every table is taken.
Yep.
The height of the lunch hour. And Defo, can you give a summation of today's events?
I don't know that it can be described. I mean,
Somehow you're eating healthier and eating worse. How do you use
and
chopsticks
even
for
more
a dessert?
disgustingly,
It wasn't like a cookie.
yeah.
We
I
welcome
mean, the
Mike
guys with
Lubie
an apple and a
Lubitz.
raisin. How pathetic people! All these desserts are lined up. I mean, Beth baking all night, hot, stove, and schlepping away, and puts out this kind of display.
I didn't mean
And you were going to stab a key lime pie with chopsticks and act like that's a cool thing to
That's
do?
normal.
I didn't mean to disrespect anybody. I just sometimes get a little bit.
You're shot, man. No,
full of myself. I am a shot
You're
fighter.
a shot fighter.
You
at
are a
this
shot
point.
fighter. I
Absolutely.
can't
Yeah.
even.
But,
I
you know,
It's
defend
got in
you,
your
but
head,
I
this
can't
power,
defend you.
this influence that you have.
they send out this onslaught of food, and it just kind of it makes me a
Throws
little bit
you off.
crazy.
Oh.
I tried to be good. I dipped my chicken, luckily not in the whipped cream, but in some of the champagne vinaigrette
There you go.
dressing, which was nice. And the whole. Did you get to sample a bunch of the different items there, Mike Lubie?
I
Lubitz?
did try the seared ahi tuna over the salad, which was really nice. I took a bite of the chicken sandwich. I like how they put like a coleslaw with like a Thousand Island on it, which
Yep.
is an interesting take on it.
Gives it a little bit.
The good thing I like
creamier.
it what they do here. They will take dishes that are standard and do little different things to
Little
them, and I
spins.
appreciate that.
Richie and Corwin. Corwin is Beth's husband, and they are kind of doing all the culinary creations and the main items. And then, of course, you got Beth and Lenore are responsible for all the desserts. And between the two of them, they've got a powerhouse combination there, kind of like a Travis Kelce and a Taylor Swift. What do you think of that?
It's just done.
The hell are you today, my God?
Tifo's just done.
All right, it's post time
Holy
at
crap.
Belmont. My horse is still going off at 9-2, dead
I
on
hope
the
he
board.
wins. I do.
So I got no shot. We're going to be back tomorrow from
Yes,
Gulfstream
the
Park.
stream,
We'll have
baby.
another contest. Congrats to Joanne again.
Yeah,
I
congrats,
was
mother-
communicating with her. She might come out to the Sunday brunch bash on October 29th.
Oh, nice.
We're going to get a whole group of us together, and people who come out who are not contest winners will get in for the discounted price of $40 for the all-day buffet. Joe Beja does a great job at Gulfstream.
Good
Looking
deal.
forward to being there tomorrow.
Meantime, enjoy the rest of your day.
Joey Cornblit back out there?
I don't know. No
No,
Tony.
no Tony or
He's
Joey.
away, and when there's no Tony, usually that
No
means
Joey.
no Joey.
He
But that's
brings Joey
okay.
with him, yeah.
The three of us will just pal around like
Yes.
the
I hope you
chums
come
that we
back
are.
to some sense of
I will.
normalcy by then. Please.
Yeah, I hope I'm still invited to the Big Chill. I'm very excited
I don't
about new partnerships.
You-
October,
you
we've
quick-
got Rappaport's restaurant group.
You
Bert
ran
might
right to
be
the
just-
bank with that check. I mean, we didn't even get the show started on time because you're unbelievable. So I guess you're in.
I'm in,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I will be on my best behavior there. And again, we're going to be welcoming to the Lunchbox next.
Lubie and I might
month
have to
at
brand that
Rappaport's.
show, in privacy. I think,
Might
when
throw-
you tell the guy that the Italian fisherman pizza is not up to your
That's going to be
standards.
great.
All right.
Can I eat it with chopsticks?
Oh, Lord.
No, we're not gonna
Please
do that.
get over it, baby.
Can
Come
I
on,
eat it
you
with
got
my
to try it.
hands?
Make a comeback. I mean,
Uh,
go see your shrink. Do
I'll
something.
be strong.
Yeah.
I'll be strong. All right. My
Talk to your girl.
apologies to all.
Wow.
All right, that's going to do it for today from Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. Come on out here in Cordova Road. The Cordova shop's just south of 17th Street. Come and say hello to Beth or Richie or Corwin, and they'll take great care of you. Until tomorrow from Gulfstream,
I want to jab one of these
this
in
is
your neck.
Mike Chopsticks Mayo saying
Picks
enjoy
up a key
every
lime pie with
pie,
chopsticks.
every dessert, and every chicken dish and every chicken sandwich.